Shri Mataji. Let's start the meditation by a collective namaskar. And let's collectively, consciously raise our Kundalini. Namaskar, Kundalini.
Program at this time, but I think something was left out of the whole program of important because of her announcement of an incarnation takes place. It's, you can say, in the cosmos, that is the television that announces. It works it out. But in our own being, Vishnumaya, it resides in the left Vishuddha. And I find that Vishnumaya is the thing that suffers the most, especially in the West, because it's a fashion to feel guilty about everything. Normally, say when Vishnumaya herself announced that Sri Krishna is born and he is existing on this earth, if you see from a practical point of view, you might think it's a wrong thing she has done. Because to tell Kamsa that he exists and he resides, still existing, is giving him a danger. And one would have felt guilty later on, oh, why did I do it? If I had not told, he would not have known. But that's the right thing to be done, that's the job they have to do. So we have to see for ourselves that what makes us guilty for small things is our own ego reacting against us and wants us to reconcile with what mistakes we have committed. Like some people feel guilty because they have said something they should not have said, or maybe because they have done something which they should not have done normally. May not be on a Sahaja Yoga basis, maybe something else also, very frivolous, like somebody spills, say, coffee, they feel guilty. Or somebody puts the knife on the other side, on the left hand side, then they feel guilty. I mean, such stupid things like that, which are regarded as norms in the society, and people start thinking that these norms are very, very important, as if they are something like a dharma, and you must maintain those norms. But these norms are man made, most of them are man made. See, some of them are so stupid and so horrifying that I think in England I feel there are some which must be really completely squashed and finished, like shaking hands. It's a very bad thing, I think, is to do, is to shake hands with everyone. Because God knows what kinds of hands people are having, what kinds of vibrations they have. Now, when my husband has his reception, sometimes I have to shake hands with 700 people coming in and then 700 drunkards going out. So, this shaking of hands, I think, is a very, very bad habit. It's all right for Sahajogis to shake hands, but for others, to shake anybody's hand is better to do namaste, though it might be some a very simple Indian method. But I think the best way is to say namaste, because shaking hands can cause lots of problems to human beings. And now with all these diseases coming up and all that, I think one has to be very careful about shaking hands. Worse than that is in France, I find, is like when you meet someone, you must kiss. You see, the worst habit, I tell you, horrible. But they do kiss you all the time. If you go there, I had very bad shocks to begin with. You see, anybody would just get you, kiss you here, kiss you there, and start looking at the person. Now with the fear of AIDS and all that, perhaps they might stop all that nonsense. But there is no need to do all this. It's not a very good way of wishing anyone. Doesn't show any respect in both the cases. When you shake hands, also there is no respect, and even when you kiss somebody, there is no respect. But if you say namaste, means I bow to you. Namaste is I bow to you. Is respect, and this is one thing we have to do, is to respect each other. But when we are not, then we feel guilty. And like that, you see, these all like thank you. If you have not said thank you to somebody, then we think we have done a big mistake. I mean, the amount of thank yous we do, get so much used to it that even if you see a statue, say thank you very much for your darshan. It goes on like that, you see, it's a bit too much. Too much thank you becomes a lip service or sorry. Nowadays, in our times, we used to say, I beg your pardon on the phone, but now people say, sorry, sorry, sorry. I mean, sorry for what? Just can't, that sorry goes into left Vishuddhi. If you don't hear, it's none of your fault. Maybe the fault of the telephone, maybe the fault of another person. So, without understanding what is there to be sorry, just go on saying sorry, 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 feeling sorry for something is absolutely boring. And such a person can become extremely boring. Since morning till evening, he is saying, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that, I'm sorry for this, and all the time feeling sorry for everything, you feel sorry for that person. So one has to be in a joyful mood. And doesn't matter if somebody doesn't say sorry, it does matter. But some people can take a very big objection if you don't say thank you to them. It's a very funny thing is that I have experienced in England once. I was going out and John was there, John was driving the car, and my daughter was coming out of the house, so he left the door open, and he just, as soon as she sat down, hardly took about 5-6 seconds. He closed the door and went round. But he didn't say thank you to the fellow who was standing behind. You see, they are supposed to be all very rich, cultured, educated people. So this fellow got out of his car and caught hold of his belt. And he wouldn't allow the car to move. When the car was moving, I couldn't understand what was happening. So I asked Johnny, stop the car, stop the car. I said, what's the matter? She didn't say thank you to me. This fellow would have been killed or something would have happened to him. It doesn't matter. He should say thank you. These are the funny norms that we have, so many of them. And sometimes we miss the point. Sometimes we miss the point because the whole thing becomes so mechanical. It is not mechanical. If you say thank you, it's a way of just even expression, your smile, your just a gesture can say that you are thankful to people for what they have done. But it is a norm which is created since long. They have dropped out so many things, like they have dropped out their tailcoats, everything. And I think too much thanking and too much feeling sorry should be dropped out. Either you go to the left or to the right. So the best thing now is, if somebody does something for you, all right, just a smile. Sometimes say thank you, all right, but not all the time teaching us, did you say thank you? Like one child told me, I don't want to go to their house. I said, why? Because I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all the time. So children also somehow or other find it's very artificial. It becomes a lip service. And this lip service can go anywhere, and people start feeling very sorry for things like, I didn't send a Christmas card, so they feel sorry. Christmas card is not important. We must see why we have to send a Christmas card. Is to wish this person. Do you have that in your heart? Did you feel that from your heart? Once you start feeling from your heart, then you will never catch your left vision. It's a very superficial way of avoiding the mistakes you have made. Now supposing I have not done something which I should have done. Sometimes it happens. And I feel it in my heart. Just feel it. I should have done it. And if I have not done it, then it gets corrected. Not only that, but for a Sahaja, it works. So to feel it in your heart, otherwise whatever is superficial, you shouldn't worry. You shouldn't worry, you are all yogis. You must know you are all saints now. So you don't have to worry about small things. Even if you slap someone is all right. If it is necessary, you can slap people. There were yogis who used to throw stones at others just to save themselves from their boredom, from their aggression. So it's all right. You are all saints. So saints can do that way. I read a very nice story about a king who was a monk. He had to become a king. He didn't want to be a monk. He didn't want to be a king because he said, I am a saintly person, I don't want. He was a saint, but he was made, he was forced to become because there was no one, everybody was very happy, and he gave all permission to do whatever they liked. But the grandees of that place, all the people who were holding the courts and all that became very powerful because he was a very mild person and very kindly person, and they exploited all the villagers, and they exploited all the poor people and all the farmers, and everybody took away all their things, and they looted them, tortured them, and troubled their women, and did all kinds of monstrous things to his subject. But then he was told about it. Then he thought that now I am sitting as a king here, and though I am a saint, as a saint I have a duty to perform. So he made a very nice plot. He got very good people, handful of people who were very, very close to him and on whom he can depend. And he called all these grandees for a court and told them not to bring any weapons on them, and then cut everybody's neck there. Everybody's. He was a saint, though he cut everybody's neck. Because these people were horrid. To punish them was his job, and he did it without feeling guilty, without catching on the left vision. So whatever has to be done, has to be done. There's nothing to be sorry about. You don't have to be sorry at all. But whatever you feel, and if it is not expressed, that feeling properly, then you have to feel it in your heart so that it acts and works. This is, of course, for left Vishuddhi. But one thing we have to ask ourselves, how do we get rid of our left Vishuddhi? And when you start asking this question, why have I got left Vishuddhi? It is the surplus of your ego, as I have told. So try to watch what you have done. Try to see what you have said. Why did you do it? And then face it. And next time don't do it. So you won't have the guilt. Because guilt is nothing but a stored up mistakes. And like going to a priest and saying, I'm sorry, I did this, I did that. And again doing the same thing. It amounts to the same. Because then you don't correct yourself. I think open the windows will be better. This one. I'll make it quite warm for you. Thank you. I'm also English, I must say thank you. So this amounts to one thing: to understand what mistakes you have committed, what your ego wants to feel bad about it, and then do not store it up, face it up, and never do it again. Just be determined, I'll not do it again, that's all. You have to just say, I will not do it again, whatever it is. Face up to it and say that I will not do it again. That's the best way you can manage your left Vishuddhi. Another thing is the announcement. If you use your left Vishuddhi for announcement, there cannot be any guilt. Without feeling any guilt, without feeling nervous, without feeling funny about it, you have to go on telling about it. It works. It works very well. We need not be now any more afraid. Now I've been in this country 14 years, working in the West for 14 years. You can talk about it very freely. Today's only they gave me an example of that, that the musicians were coming, and while coming, one of them happened to go earlier, and they asked them, why are you going to London? He said, we are going to sing devotional songs to Shri Mataji. Who is Shri Mataji? He showed my photograph, finished. He never asked them for anything, didn't ask for their passport, didn't check them or anything. Another thing was when they came and the customs people were there, and they asked, where are you singing, where are you fixed? They said, we are not fixed anywhere. We are just going to sing our musical songs, our musical devotion for Mother, and we are going to sing songs to her, to Mataji Nirmala Devi. The fellow, who was an Englishman, in Hindi, he said, "Theek hai, theek hai." So these things, announcement helps a lot. For example, wearing a badge or wearing a, what you call, a necklace like that or a ring itself is an announcement that you have found out the truth. And then, not only that, but also, if you want, you should sometimes start wearing a sari. Doesn't matter. Sometimes kurta pajama, doesn't matter, on the streets. If you walk about, people will know. Now, some say that if you wear these things, then Mother has said, no, I never said so, that you cannot wear. If you like, you can wear, but there's a freedom to you. If you want, you can wear it, or if you don't want, need not wear. But the trouble is sometimes, like these Hare Rama, Hare Krishna women, and they used to wear these dresses and go about, but they were dirty, filthy, unwashed women. In a proper traditional way, if you wear saris, people will appreciate, definitely. Why not? They would like to see you in that saris. If you want, you can wear it. It will be a good idea for you to go about. There's no harm in wearing saris. I think it's a very decent dress, and makes a woman looks like a woman much more than pants and those jeans and things like that. So it doesn't matter. But then don't feel guilty with it. If you want to wear it with daring and with courage. Be a brave person. So only the brave people can get rid of their left Vishuddhi. Because you are brave, you are doing it. That's a culture that has to come. We like the saris, we'll wear. If we like the kurta pajamas now in this heat, to wear a three-piece suit, is it good? But you'll wear three-piece suit with a tie, perspiring. In India especially, I don't understand how the English can manage with the dress of England, wearing three-piece suits and with the ties. All right, some people can, but not all. Those who feel very cold can manage, but not everybody cannot do it. So why should you wear these dresses which are not suitable for you? But that doesn't mean in India I've seen people be wearing some sort of a so-called short and so-called short on top and moving about. That's stupid because it is indecent. So we cannot wear indecent dresses. We have to wear decent dresses but which are comfortable.
Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's sit very comfortably and let's put both hands on the floor. Let's, in our attention, ensure that we are truly in the same room collectively. And our meditation room is the whole world. Let's perceive our consciousness, our different consciousness, our different subtle beings, enlightened subtle beings in meditation in the same space, which is the collective global consciousness. Both hands on the floor, attention very high in Sahasrara, in the collective Sahasrara. Let's put all attention on Sahasrara and also on Mother Earth. Let's perceive her movement. Let's perceive her energy. Let's perceive her gravity. And let's collectively surrender to Shri Ganesha in Mother Earth and to Shri Adibhumi Dev. Shri Ganesh mantra 4 times. From the heart, from an open heart. Om Vameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete collective surrender to Mother Earth and complete abandonment to the Lord Ganesh, who is at the very center of planet Earth, who is the magnet in planet Earth. Let's surrender all our baddhas, our heat, our imbalances to Mother Earth and feel the purity, innocence, and chastity of the Lord Ganesh.
एकदन्तं महाकायं तप्तकाञ्चनसन्निभं लम्बोदरं विशालाक्षं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् मौञ्जीकृष्णाजिनधरं नागयज्ञोपवीतिनं बालेन्दुसुकलामौलिं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् अम्बिकारदयानन्दं मातृभिः परिवेष्टितं भक्तिप्रियं मदोन्मत्तं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् चित्ररत्नविचित्राङ्गं चित्रमालाविभूषितं चित्ररूपधरं देवं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् गजवक्त्रं सुरश्रेष्ठं कर्णचामरभूषितं पाशाङ्कुशधरं देवं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् मूषकोत्तममारुह्य देवासुरमहाहवे योद्धुकामं महावीर्यं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् यक्षकिन्नरगन्धर्वसिद्धविद्याधरैः सदा स्तूयमानं महाबाहुं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम् सर्वविघ्नहरं देवं सर्वविघ्नविवर्जितं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदातारं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्
Let's also feel that through our hands, through our Muladhara, through our feet, that ego, superego, Bakagya, Agya, all the heaviness in the head and in the body are absorbed. All the catches in our chakras, all the heat are absorbed by Mother Earth. Let's try and be very collective and have a strong attention in Saswara, united with the attention of the Devi. Now, both hands on the lap,
Recording in progress.
right hand on the left Vishuddhi. Let's turn the face on the right. We turn the face on the right and we put the right hand on the left Vishuddhi. Let's try and face our left Vishuddhi as if it was the first time that we were clearing the left Vishuddhi. We just say, I'm not guilty at all. I am not guilty at all. I am the pure spirit. I am not guilty at all. I am purity. I am innocence. I am chastity. I am the spirit. I am not guilty at all. Let's say it with sincerity in our heart until we feel that the pressure in left Vishuddhi is released. I am the spirit. I am not guilty at all. I am nothing else but the spirit. I am not guilty at all. Shri Vishnumaya mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnumaya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnumaya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. If we collectively put the right attention on the left Vishuddhi, the right Vishuddhi also clears out. With full attention on left Vishuddhi and in Sahasrara, very high in Sahasrara, on the sparkling center of consciousness of the divine, which is like 1 billion of suns in one. Let's listen to the names of Shri Vishnumaya with full attention on the left Vishuddhi, complete surrender of left Vishuddhi.
श्री विष्णुमाया के 84 नाम। ओम श्री काल्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री महाकाली निर्मितायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री विशुद्धि पद्मालयायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री कुलिशांग्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री तडिल्लता समरुचये नमो नमः। ओम श्री विशिष्टशस्त्रायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री अमेरिकेश्वरशस्त्रायै नमो नमः। ओम राक्षसविजयिन्यै नमो नमः। ओम महिषासुरघातिन्यै नमो नमः। ओम निशुम्भशुम्भसंहन्त्र्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री चिरकौमार्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री विन्ध्याप्रियपुत्र्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री देवी महात्म्यस्तुतायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री शंकराचार्य प्रशस्तायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री नन्दगोपयशोदासुतायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्णसञ्जातायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्णभगिनी मायाशक्तये नमो नमः। ओम श्री सत्य अवतार उद्घोषिण्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री स्वयं त्यागायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्णजन्म उद्घोषक विद्युल्लतायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री वैकृतिकरहस्यायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री शिवब्रह्मा विष्णुज्ञानपराङ्गतये नमो नमः। ओम श्री मूर्तिरहस्यायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री दाडिमपुष्परक्तदन्तिन्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री शतनेत्रायै नमो नमः। ओम श्री नारायण्यै नमो नमः। ओम पीडानिवारिण्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री पावित्र्यदायिन्यै नमो नमः। ओम श्री गणेशपावित्र्यपुष्पायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री पावित्र्यरक्षिकायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री द्रौपद्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री बन्धुरक्षितपावित्र्यायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री बन्धु आत्मप्रबोधरतायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री महाभारतकारिण्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री पञ्चमहाभूतसम्मिलितायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सर्वभूतप्रविष्टायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री हृद्बुद्धिमेलकायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री शीघ्रकारिण्यै नमो नमः। ॐ सर्वबाधाज्वालिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री विद्युज्जनितमङ्गलायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निसर्गप्रकोपदामिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री अद्भुतचित्रप्रदायिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री चलच्चित्रप्रकाशिकायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री समृतवाणीदायिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री मन्त्रसामर्थ्यप्रदायिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निरहङ्कारायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री नम्रताप्रदायिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री विश्वासनिर्माणकारायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यरक्षिकायै नमो नमः। ॐ सर्वबाधा उद्घातिकायै नमो नमः। ॐ अलीकदम्भनाशिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निष्कलङ्कायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री पितामहगौरवरक्षिकायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री मातृतत्त्वगौरवरक्षिकायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री भगिनीसामर्थ्यरूपायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सर्वांशात्मिकायै नमो नमः। ॐ आत्मसंशयनिवारिण्यै नमो नमः। ॐ असत्यमन्त्रनाशिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ असत्यस्पष्टीकरणनाशिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री चक्रमर्यादास्थापिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री हृदयमूलायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री धैर्यदायिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री स्त्रीशक्तिरूपायै नमो नमः। ॐ असत्यकथानाशिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ कृतकादर्शनिवारिण्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री अव्यक्तप्रकटनकारिण्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री आनन्दाधारायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सूक्ष्मसंवेदनादायिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री आत्मसाक्षात्कारपथनिर्मलकारिण्यै नमो नमः। ॐ उपहास असहिष्णवे नमो नमः। ॐ श्री पूर्णसमर्थायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सहजयोगपरिसमर्पणरूपायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री विराटप्रापिण्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री विष्णुमाया विराटाङ्गनायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री वामविशुद्धिस्थितमहाशक्तये नमो नमः। ॐ श्री भगिनीकन्यारूपा फातिमादेव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री हंसचक्रस्थितसरस्वत्यै नमो नमः। ॐ विप्रचित्तविक्षेपकारणराक्षसघातिन्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री शाकम्भरीदेव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री महाभ्रामर्यै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री ईडानाडीस्थ अग्निशक्तये नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यभाषिणी आकाशशुद्धिकायै नमो नमः। ॐ श्री स्त्रीशक्तये नमो नमः। ॐ श्री प्रतिदिनं पूजनीयायै नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
This moment of the meditation is very important because we need to really buckle up our attention to truly be collective, truly be the Virat. We are not anymore these small human beings sit in different countries, but we are the Virat. We are not anymore this drop of lights. We are the whole body, the whole enlightened body of Shri Krishna, Sakshat Shri Vishnumaya, Sakshat Shri Nirmala Devi. Let's truly feel the gigantic cosmic being which is the Virat, which we are. And all our attention is in the left Vishuddhi, where Shri Vishnumaya resides with all her powers, and also in Sahasrara, on the complete attention and consciousness of the divine. Let's try and do an exercise that we have never done before, which is to truly surrender to Shri Vishnumaya from the heart until we become completely one with her. We need to surrender and surrender and surrender from the heart, not from the right side, from the heart, not from the left side, but from the heart. It is a very subtle surrendering, which is not from the right side, neither from the left side, but only through pure love, pure devotion of the highest level, of the highest purity. We also need to feel that we are so powerful when we are together. It is true that when we are together, we are in paradise. These are not just mere words, but truly put in action. We are powerful when we are together because we are the power of the Virat, because we are the power of Shri Vishnumaya, because we are the power of Shri Adi Shakti. Let our consciousness expand. Let's still keep the attention on Vishuddhi, but our consciousness in the attention of the divine expands. And we absorb the complete source of energy of Shri Vishnumaya. This same source of energy, which is the lightning power, which expresses as the lightning power. Let's go to the source of this lightning power that can destroy so many things when it expresses. Let's go to the source and absorb this source of pure strength, pure power, which can split Mother Earth into two like a lemon. It is so powerful that it can destroy anything in a split of a second. Let's go to the source of the energy and just open our heart, our consciousness, and absorb collectively the complete power of Shri Vishnumaya and completely surrender to Shri Vishnumaya until we become pure consciousness, no physical body, no emotions, no mind, nothing else but the complete union with the Devi in her aspect of Shri Vishnumaya. Now, for 1 minute, let's surrender the whole community of yogis of the world to the power of Shri Vishnumaya. We need to go to the source, not the lightning, which is the expression, but the source of Shri Vishnumaya, which expresses as the lightning, to feel the complete power and absorb it and collectively surrender the complete community, collectivity of yogis of the world, and also surrender all humanity so that Shri Vishnumaya can bring all her qualities of purity, of chastity, quality of brotherhood and sisterhood, and above all, the complete protection, and also the complete assurance of protection. Let's open our heart 1,000 times more wider. Let's open our consciousness 1,000,000 times higher, wider. There is no effort to do. Just express the desire and allow the expansion, the projection, higher, wider. We are the Virat. We are the complete expression of the manifestation of the divine in us as the Virat. Millions and millions and millions of universes are twirling. Primordial chakras are present with the primordial deities in their complete primordial forms. Primordial Kundalini is rising gloriously, powerfully, beautifully, blissfully, and we are just like children enjoying the blessings of our mother, the mother of all the mother, the one who has incarnated again and again to give the meaning to this world and to save her children. J, 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 victory to the Devi. collective namaskar with full consciousness. The Virat himself, herself, is doing namaskar to the Devi. Let's feel that we are a collective being doing namaskar and raising the primordial kundalini within us.
ये तो निर्मल ने जिनसे मिला ये अमृत में प्यार भरे ये दो निर्मल ने जिनसे मिला ये अमृत में कोई जाने ना इस प्यार की गहराई इन आँखों की गहराई प्यार भरे ये दो निर्मल ने झील कहूँ पर उसको भी है तर इनके आगे सागर भी हो जल सूर्य प्रकाश भी हो जाए ओझल तुलना से भी ऊपर उठ गया इन तीनों का स्तर प्यार भरे ये दो निर्मल ने जिनसे मिला ये अमृत में जैसे सरिता सागर में जय फूल निर्मल मंगलता में गए हम फूल भूत भविष्य की